Tonight's feature film is V for Vendetta. All right, everybody. I'm gonna watch a film. Just calm down. Calm down. Everybody be chill.
Remember the 5th of November, the gunpowder treason and plot. I know of no reason why the gunpowder treason should ever be forgotten. But what of the man? I know his name was Guy Fawkes, and I know in 1605 he attempted to blow up the Houses of Parliament. But who was he really? What was he like? It's hard to remember the idea, not the man. Because a man can fail. He can be caught. He can be killed and forgotten. But 400 years later, an idea can still change the world. I've witnessed firsthand the power of ideas. I've seen people kill in the name of them. And die defending them. You cannot kiss an idea, cannot touch it, or hold it. Ideas do not bleed, they do not feel pain, they do not love. And it is not an idea that I miss, it is a man that made me remember the 5th of November, a man that I will never forget.
So, I read that the former United States is so desperate for medical supplies that they have allegedly sent several containers filled with wheat and tobacco. A gesture, they said, of goodwill. You want to know what I think? You're listening to my show, so I will assume you do. I think it's high time we let the colonies know what we really think of them. I think it's payback time for a little tea party they threw for us a few hundred years ago. I say we go down to those docks tonight and dump that crap where everything but the ulcered sphincter of our Serica belongs. Who's with me? Who's bloody with me? Did you like that? USA, ulcered sphincter of our Serica. I mean, what else can you say? He was a country that had everything. Absolutely everything. And now, 20 years later, is what? The world's biggest leper colony. Why?
Leper colony.
Godlessness.
Godlessness.
Again. Godlessness.
Godlessness.
It wasn't the war they started. It wasn't the plague they created. It was judgment. No one escapes their past. No one escapes judgment. You think he's not up there? You think he's not watching over this country? How else can you explain it? He tested us, but we came through. We did what we had to do. Islington, Enfield, I was there, I saw it all. Immigrants, Muslims, homosexuals, terrorists, disease-ridden degenerates. They had to go. Strength through unity. Unity through faith. I'm a God-fearing Englishman, and I'm goddamn proud of it.
That's quite enough of that, thank you very much.
Well,
A yellow-coated curfew is now implemented. Any unauthorized personnel will be subject to arrest. This is for your protection. A yellow
The multiplying villainies of nature do swarm upon him. The former United States is so desperate for medical supplies that they have allegedly sent several containers filled with wheat and tobacco. A gesture, they said, of goodwill. You want to know what I think? You're listening to my show, so I assume you do. I think it's high time we let the colonies know what we really think of them. I think it's payback time for a little tea party they threw for us a few hundred years ago. I say we go down to those docks tonight and dump that crap where everything from the ulcer and sphincter of our Serica belongs. Who's with me? Who's bloody with me? Did you like that? USA. I mean, what else can you say? It was a country that had everything. Absolutely everything.
It wasn't the war. It wasn't the plague they created.
The world's biggest leper colony. Why? Godlessness. Let me say that again. Godlessness. It wasn't the war they... Homosexuals, terrorists, disease-ridden degenerates. They had to go. Strength through unity. Unity through faith. I'm a God-fearing Englishman and I'm goddamn proud of it.
That's quite enough of that, thank you very much.
A yellow-coated curtain. Authorized personnel will be subject to arrest.
Velvet,
For your protection.
get down.
A yellow-coated curtain is now open. Any unauthorized personnel will be subject to arrest. This is for your protection.
She did. You know what that means, don't you? It means that we exercise our own judicial discretion, and you get to swallow it.
Don't put your finger in it.
She's convicted.
No, please, I didn't know, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. What do you think, man? This is the rod. Spoil the child. The multiplying villainies of nature does... What the hell? Sustaining fortune with his brutish steel, which is bloody execution.
Think of it, Mel.
Too much proof that with devotion's visage and pious action, we do sugar over the devil himself. Spare the rod. I can assure you I mean you no harm.
Who are you?
Who is but the form following the function of what, and what I am is a man in a mask.
I can see that.
Of course you can. I'm not questioning your powers of observation. I'm merely remarking upon the patches of nights. Permit me then, in lieu of the more commonplace sobriquet, to suggest the character of this dramatis persona. Voila! In view, a humble vaudevillian veteran, cast vicariously as both victim and villain by the vicissitudes of fate. This visage, no mere veneer of vanity, is a vestige of the vox populi, now vacant and vanished. However, stands vivified, and has vowed to vanquish these venal and virulent vermin, vanguarding vice and vouchsafing the violently vicious and voracious violation of volition.
Bingo!
The only verdict is vengeance, a vendetta, held as a votive not in vain, for the value and veracity of such shall one day vindicate the vigilant and the... Verily, this vicious swaz of verbiage veers most verbose, so let me simply add that it's my very good honor to meet you, and you may call me V. You've ever seen afterwards return home safely.
All right. So beautiful, okay.
A more perfect stage could not be asked for.
I don't see any instruments.
Your powers of observation continue to serve you well. But wait, it is to Madame Justice that I dedicate this concerto in honor of the holiday she seems to have taken from these parts, and in recognition of the
Velvet,
imposter that
get
stands
down.
in her stead. Tell me, do you know what day?